So I'm curious about how all of these different facets of your personality have and your interests and your intellect have come together to create your business now and who you are in your business. So before we hit record, we were talking about quantum physics. And so you've got the quantum physics aspect, you've got your personal experience and personal trauma, you have the plant medicine. Like, how does all of this work together to create the business and experience that you give to clients today? I
Okay,
know that's a
so
big question.
and I'll break it down into three parts. So, part of how my background, in particular, my own personal background, informs how I show up in the world today is I've gained an incredible amount of compassion for people. I think forgiveness is something that is underrated. Many of us are don't forgive, and more often than not, it's because we haven't forgiven ourselves. So I've a pretty high tolerance for lies, for deception, for any of that, because I realize that really underneath all of that is just someone who's scared and has never really felt safe before. So that definitely shows up in my work. It's part and it's necessary, especially if we're going to go into all of the dark areas and explore them curiously without judgment. That all right, let's lay it out on the table. I think my background in quantum physics has helped in that I think quantum physics is a study of nature and consciousness itself. And as I was sharing before, the double slit experiment, which ultimately revealed that observing behavior changes behavior, for me was instrumental in my journey. It helped me realize that it's not just about observing external behavior. It's that when we begin to observe our internal behavior, that's actually the first step towards change. Um, and lastly, I would say that that plant medicines in particular have helped in that. So the way psychedelics work is imagine a hill with snow and you're taking sleds down that hill. Those sleds create grooves. Over time, certain grooves become deeper than others. These are your habit formations or your addictions or the part of you that you think is you. What psychedelics or plant medicines do is they lay down a whole new layer of snow and allow you the chance to recreate new grooves on purpose with purpose. And so when we're exploring all the dark areas and we realize observing behavior is the first step towards changing behavior, then plant medicines actually behave as a tool to be able to intentionally change ourselves. So the way I describe my work with clients when they're coming in is imagine your mind is a house and you just hired me to be your interior designer. And so, but before we start to redesign everything, we have to take inventory of what's there, what you want to keep and what you want to let go of. That's the first step. Then we start taking things out. That's the plant medicine part. And afterwards, we then redesign the whole place. That's the consciously changing yourself part.
Yeah.